Hey y'all, it's CherokeeStarfish. Welcome back again this weekend to some more Might and Magic 6, The Mandate of Heaven. We are moving right along, you know. We are well on our way to reviving the Oracle. And I have to say, I think that we're making really good progress. We've got a great party build, and we've been doing pretty well. Of course, if you were with us last weekend, then you know that we're not necessarily in the best place right now, because the place we're in is still Castle Darkmoor. And nobody likes Castle Darkmoor. Castle Darkmoor is a horrible place. But that's okay, because we're going to get through it together. So, last weekend, we did the first part of Castle Darkmoor. We went through this confusing maze of tunnels and hallways, and we managed to clean out pretty much all of the actual castle proper. All of this behind us now has been taken care of. But of course, we have this section here still to complete, which is quite sizable. We've only done about half of the castle. This is the real Castle Darkmoor, hidden deep inside the mountain underneath the fake castle on top of it. So, we have all of our buffs on for the good that it's going to do us, because we know that there are some more flying eyes and liches in here that are going to try and cast Dispel Magic. And I think that we're ready to go. We know what our mission is. We've got to get in here, we've got to get the crystal. And as we cleaned out some of those flying eyes here in the outer section of this giant cavern, as we came over here, we could hear in this area the sound of the memory crystal. So we know kind of where we need to be at, which is the opposite end, the far end of the cavern. We've got to go up these stairs, which both go to the same place. So we're just going to head straight on up. Oh, there we go. Right out of the gate. We knew. We been knew. So we're not going to show these guys any mercy. We're not here for that. There we go. Now, thankfully, even though this just... It goes a lot slower without magic. But, of course, these guys are immune to all different kinds of magic, and keeping track of that can be a bit of a pain. Oh, there we go, see? There's all these horrible liches and eyes and things. So, yeah, I mean, we just mostly have to shoot these guys, but it's been going. It's been going all right. Ooh, nice. That animation worked really well, too. It just kind of hurls him backwards. See, having everybody be master of the bow has worked out really well for us, because everyone is now shooting 2 arrows at a time, which means that it takes half as much time to shoot these things to death when we're not using magic. Have another one. Oh. There's another lich. Somewhere very close. Oh, there he is. He's behind that little lip of rock right there. He's only got 100 hit points, though. There we go, see? Let's see if we can get Wizard Eye back on at the very least. I would like to know where our enemies are. Shoo. Okay. And these guys, of course, can hit us through walls. Let's see. Aha. They're not immune to ice magic. We know that anyway. There we go. At least there aren't as many in this room. Like, there's still obviously a lot, but the columns break up their line of sight and help just a little bit. Can she hit that? Okay, yes, we can. Which means she can take that out. Oop. Don't want Tommy to be asleep. Boom. There we go. Man, Lucy's really hanging in there. Her It's her love for Debbie. She clings to the magic. She refuses to let go. Alright, there's one. Haha. The little ones, at least, are not immune to fire magic, so we can use Incinerate on them. That helps a lot. He only had 57 hit points, but that's okay. I don't care. We just want these guys gone. We just want them out of our lives. Ooh. Okay, can we get an arrow over there? Because if we can get an arrow... Yes, alright, well, wherever Lucy can get an arrow from this angle, we know that Debbie can get a dragon breath. Not immune to dark magic, are you? I don't know. Let's see if Zoltan can as well. And we'll let him in on the action. Alright. Nice. Oh, well, there we go. It begins. It begins. Honestly, I'm surprised that it took that long. Well, let's see. Let's try this. Maybe we can hit them with a rock blast. Hey, we got them. It took a second for it to explode, but we got them. Tommy should be able to shoot one over there, too. Oh. They moved too far forward. Oh, heal thyself. He'll get Tommy. This dungeon's driving me crazy, too. But let's see. We want to make sure that we take these guys out. There we go. Toxic Cloud for the win. Lucy's been casting a lot more spells in this dungeon just because her being a paladin and having access to that kind of magic where she can heal has been really useful. Her being able to cure other people's insanity and so forth. Gosh, I'm so glad. Zoltan's dark magic's not nearly as good as his mom's, but it's still pretty good. Ooh. Ooh, they hit back hard, though. Okay, let's cure some more insanity. His weakness doesn't affect his spell casting. There we go. Well, ostensibly, anyway. Can I get that one? It can shoot us, so I'm guessing that the answer is yes. There. Oh, of course. No, that's right. Their range is longer than ours. Oh, man. Ooh, she doesn't have enough. Okay, well, she'll focus on this one, then. Since she can't cure insanity. Alright, good. That one's done for. Mom's got you, little guy. There. Haha. That one little step forward was all we needed. Okay. Let's cure his weakness here. Oof. Well, we know fire magic works on those guys. So. Boom. That ought to just about do for them. Now we can finish them off with arrows, I think. Phew. Man, that's a rough first half. Look at this. I think we need some healing. Debbie is just about out of spell points, too. Gracious. Well, we know what to do about that, don't we? Haha. We'll just stop at the fill-up shop here. We'll gas up.
Luck be with you.
And... let's see. I think it's this one. Yes, good. Got it. First try. Okay, well. That won't last very long. Oh, see, yeah, more liches and stuff everywhere. We're going to use these columns to fight them. We're going to kind of help break their line of sight. And we're just going to fight a few at a time. There we go. Okay. These guys are immune to dark magic, but not to fire. She can almost one-shot them if she rolls high. But she is not doing right now, so it's alright. I'm tired of this dungeon too, girls. Oh, she's scared. It's okay. Not anymore. Okay, I want to make sure that I can hit all of these. And, of course, they're immune to dark magic again, so they're not immune to that, which is what matters. Whew! Oh, that was close, but it did work. Okay, fewer targets. We'll just stick to incinerate now. These guys are the ones that are immune to fire, if I'm not mistaken. Let's test that. Yep. Okay. It's all right. At least we know. We know they're not. They have high magic resistance, though. Okay. Take that guy out. There we go. Oh, he's running. Let's see if we can get him out of the game. There we go. Gosh, that's such a good spell. Nice. Debbie's twice the wizard that y'all are. You had to die and come back to get this kind of power. Come on. Alright. Let's come up with something a little bit better for them. I bet that won't work. And even if it did, let's try this. Of course it doesn't work. They're immune to effects, probably, that just affect their hit points directly. Well, back to Toxic Cloud. It costs the same as Incinerate, and it works. At least all they can do is make us afraid. That's not nearly as bad as going crazy, because that requires 2 clears to get all the debuffs off. What? Oh! Forgot about that trap. Where's this guy? We're right under him. There we go. Come on. Let's see your gross hairy chin. There. Blah. My goodness gracious. Alright. Now, let's go ahead. Since this room is empty, we can actually put our buffs back on. Lucy and the guys can heal while Debbie recovers in between spells. I want to make sure we stay at full power here because we are not done yet. And really it's the protection that I'm most interested in here to keep us safe from the fire. Those fireballs actually are one of the weaker traps in this castle. In that, I mean, they hit pretty hard, but each individual fireball, there we go, doesn't hit for that much. There's just a lot of them. There we go. Now you might be wondering, how is it that these fireballs can see us? Well, see, there are sensors here Okay. Secret torch. Alright, that clears that room. We'll come back when that's red. Shoo, goodness gracious. Well, we'll give a big old save right there because we don't want to do that room again. No, we do not. And look. We are not very far in, y'all. We're not. Phoo-wee. Ah. These rooms are kind of weird shaped, but, I mean, at least it does kind of come together and actually look like a castle. So, and if you build something this size underground, of course it's going to be like a little bit strange. Ooh. What's in here? Hey, stuff going on everywhere. See, there's layers to this. This castle is huge. That's another reason why it's not one of my favorites. Ooh, black potions. And why it's not a lot of folks' favorites. It's because not only is it unforgiving, not only is it full of traps and deadly spells, not only did this ogre poison us, but Castle Darkmoor is just really big. Alright, back up the other way over here. Ooh. Hey guys! Let's crash this party. We'll crash this party right into you. Get it? Get it? Oh. I just like that when you do for a lich, they they kind of fly backwards, like you cold-cocked them on the chin. It's a pretty good, like, satisfying death animation. Man. There's so much of this castle. Let's get this guy first. We're just going to beat him to death because he is only one, and we are many. There we go. Oh, he's got a friend. Well, that's alright. We still outnumber him 4-1. That's almost fair. Shoo-wee. Okay, this room dead ends over here. And that's the ramp on the outside that goes up to a level above this one. Phew. This room doesn't look like it's got a boss fight in it. Let's go explore the other side before we go in there. We did have that option. Let's see. Oop. Where do we have to go? Oh, there we go. See, look at me losing track already. My goodness gracious. This place is a labyrinth. Okay, let's go up here. Ah! Crimson Embers will lead the way. Well, we know we had to do that last time. So, oh, this is looking down into that big room. Okay, That means that, I was wall climbing without realizing it. You can do that in some places in this game, as you've seen me do before. But when we go back out there, that means that that teleporter, or that switch, or whatever it is, should no longer be blue, it should be red. Ah, see, all these weird little, like, dead-end rooms and things. Makes you wonder, what's in there? And honestly, the most fiendish answer possible is probably nothing. There's nothing worse than, like, in an RPG at least, than a room with a, a treasure chest or something in it, or a switch that's like empty. It's already been pulled. It doesn't do anything that you can tell, because then it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder what it does. It's another dead end. It's quiet. Too quiet. Ooh. Aha. Secret door. Oh. Look at this, though. It's a secret door with nothing in it. See? Now that's diabolical. Now, of course, that may be there to tell us that we need to look for a secret door on the other side that mirrors it. Could just be that. I hate that, because now I feel compelled to go back over there and check. Oh, these guys. Get out of our faces, you low-level mooks. Coming up behind us like you're still relevant at this stage of the game. But I mean, they did poison Zoltan, so you can't discount them entirely. I think I said that before, like, the ogres are here to provide a variety and kind of a balance to the dungeon, where not everything in here is undead or, you know, one of those maddening eye type things or what have you. Oh, we actually have green gems here. Wild. But it means that, like, you can't use the destroy undead spell or turn undead to just waltz through the entire dungeon. That there is a little bit of variety. Ooh, a bone cage. It's nothing in it. I did click on it, I swear. Not like that time with the where Roland's note. I had to go back and get it. And they can, the ogres can still poison you, so I mean... Let's see... I think it's time for one of these. Yeah, see, that made a huge difference. Putting heroism back on. Phew! Gotten so used to these buffs, and they're so important. Let's go ahead. We'll put Day of the Gods back on as well. She's got plenty of MP left. For now, anyway. Oh, and as soon as I say that... Oh, come on. Okay. Let's see. Oh, come on now, guys. Take him out. Come on. Oh, he resisted. Okay. Almost got him. Ah, there we go. Okay, and I think those are the only ones that can cast Dispel Magic. I don't think that the Terrible Eyes can do it. So... hopefully that means we should be safe. Sorry you had to wake up that way, Lucy. Right? Oof. Haha. There was only 4 of them, but I still can hardly believe that we got through that and didn't get, like, turned insane or something. Shoo-wee. Now, we saw in here, I'm going to recast Wizard Eye so you can see this. It's just a brick of treasure. Oh, there it is. Crud. Okay. Let's take this one out first so that it's not shooting us in the back. We're just going to run for this one. He can't get away from us. Boom. That helps. Alright, get him. Oh, dang. Well, that lasted a lot longer than I thought it would. Honestly. We went through quite a few of those eyes there suddenly without getting a dispel, so... Okay. Shoo-wee. Look at that. It's the other side of this room. Oh boy. Oh boy. Phew. Okay. Oh, really? The wall? Yeah, see, I knew this room was a trap of some kind. I just didn't know the specifics. This is, I think, supposed to be, like, the ritual room. This is where, like, they make new liches. And every time you walk across one of those squares or click on them, it spawns some more greater liches. Now, I don't know for sure if this is kind of like the one in, like that spawn point in the Lair of the Wolf, where you can like summon 100 of those things and eventually it runs out and won't spawn anymore. I have no idea. Because I've never, I don't think deliberately, just done like some of y'all said that you have, where you run back and forth and like actually try to farm it deliberately or to spawn as many as you can. Oop, wrong spell. So I know that it spawns liches, but I don't know exactly how many it spawns or if there's a limit. Or even if each one of them might only work one time.
We got him.
Like this one I've already run over a couple of times. Let's see. Okay. Yep. Okay, so every time that I touch one of those, it is spawning 3 more. Because I ran over it once, and then ran over it a second time and turned back and looked and there were 6. Yes, don't do this at home, kids. Okay, I'm going to very carefully avoid those squares, because we have enough fighting to do as it is. There's no reason for me to run the guys back and forth over here and farm liches. At least they're not power liches, so, I mean, it could be worse. Alright. Oh, I almost stepped on one without thinking about it. There we go. I'm going to have Tommy set another Lloyd's Beacon here. And then we're going to head back out this direction for a minute. And it's because we have something to do up at this end of the castle. Let's see. Oh, this was the potion room. Ah, this map is so confusing with its layers and things. Let's see. How do I get out? This way. This is not the optimal way, but I know that at least, like, it does lead back to the central room, which is where I'm trying to get. There we go. See, and because we pulled that switch, this is now red. The way has been cleared. There we go. So, that opened a doorway somewhere for us, through which we will need to pass in order to get the memory crystal, which is going to be over here. Now. There. No reason to play this stupid just because we're powerful. Now I'm also going to head out this way. And we're going to run back around here and do something that we didn't do last time because we were focused on clearing enemies, of course, and getting inside the actual castle. We're going to go over and we are going to jump for our lives. Now, we're going to head up this ramp on the outside because it comes into a part of the castle here where, like, we've already partially explored this. So, there we go. See. Okay. And this door is just, or this room rather. There we go. So there's a lot of like secret rooms and things in Castle Darkmoor, and I mean, it would be nice if some of them went to something. Oh, you mean like outside of a dungeon level? Ah. Good to see you. I'm glad that you could make it, and I don't know whether that's true or not in my experience, but I'm a paranoid gamer. Since I've got Featherfall at master level, I'm gonna cast it anyway. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll tell you what else I'm gonna do is cast the slowest moving spell in the game. Boop. No, shoot that one. Shoot the other one. We're going to try and take that guy out before he has a chance to make us crazy. Oh, I hate these maddening eyes. The other ones are actually not that bad. These are the worst because they're the ones who not only can make you insane, but that also have dispel magic. Boom, there we go. Okay, I feel a lot better already. This one we just have to shoot. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so awful because they're so far away that it shoots that fireball, and the fireball kind of takes a while to get here, and it's just long enough that I feel like Lucy or somebody just kind of looks into the camera like they're on The Office, like right before the fireball hits. It's that cartoonish moment where it's gonna happen. And they have time to think about and regret it. Okay, those are not coming up to fight us, which means that those are liches. Let's see if there are any other eyes that decide to float up here. Maybe we can get them before we go back down into that room. So that's what the ramp is for, is so that, like, if you're diligent in cleaning out the outside area of the castle before you come in... Oh, boy. Here we go again. Then you can use this to kind of cheese some of the fight. Oh, there's a maddening eye. Ugh. The archway is protecting them. Maybe that'll play to our strengths, though, because maybe we can use that to kind of manipulate the fight. Oh, hear that? Yeah, I hear that. We're close. Okay, now this is how I like to fight these things. Let's see. Of course. Oh, and then dispel magic is an area thing that we've found that out that, you know, goes through walls. Come on. Here we go. Let's do it this way. At least they shouldn't be able to make us insane like this. I hate that, the size difference there. Ah, there we go. Nice. Satisfying. Good. Some more over here. Come on. Come on, this is just a flying eye. There we go. Okay. Oh, there we go. Hidden room. This continues on to the other side. And check this out. Spell books. And these decks of fate. Which, of course, we discussed manipulating last time, so we can do that. Alright, let's see what we got. Ooh, high-level spells. And this is Castle Darkmoor, so, I mean, you never know what it could be. Let's see. Oh, gosh, he's got a bunch of junk piling up. Ooh. Yeah, we got a couple of good things. We actually found a ring of body magic, which we gave to Tommy, so. Meteor shower. Nice. Okay. I think, yeah, there's another one of these. Give it to him to hold. Let's see what these are. I'm going to go ahead. We'll clear his inventory a little bit just because where he's the identify guy. Want to have him be able to receive items.
Very nice.
Ooh. Everybody's got that can learn it, but that's still cool.
Ho!
Again.
Ho!
Uh-huh.
Very nice.
Uh-huh. So there you go. That's the secret Armageddon chamber. It's a nifty little hidden spot. Oh, look at this room full of losers. Okay. Man, I wish we could cast Meteor Shower or something in here. That would be so great. But we can't. We can't, so that's alright. We know what we need to do, right? So, let's do it. I will go ahead and reapply buffs, just because, I mean, there's no reason not to.
Can we assist you? No.
We'll see how long we have them, because those flying eyes that I saw were in the back. And there are liches down there that can cast Dispel Magic as well, but those are mostly the power liches, and there are not as many of them. So I'm hoping what that means is that our buffs will actually, you know, last for a second or two. We can use it to clear the liches, if nothing else, and then hopefully by the time that we get back to the back of the room where the flying eyes are at, we can just rush them, and if we can get that maddening eye, and hopefully there's not like more than one of those,
Be with you.
then we'll be golden. Let's see, is it this one? Yes, good. Forgetting where my beacons are because all of the Castle Darkmoor looks the same. Let there be light. Magic. Okay. I see a terrible eye. It can make us afraid, but it cannot drive us insane. Only that guy can. He's way in the back. Ah. There we go. I don't know what little bit of geography or geometry was blocking that shot, but this is a lot of liches, y'all. And of course, this is a video game, so you know you have to take things with a grain of salt. Like you have to he had literally 1 hit point. You have to understand that in a video game, you know, they program monsters for you to fight, and you're going to fight those monsters. The game's going to produce them. It just does what we put into it. But from like a fantasy standpoint, you think about how dangerous the Ritual of Endless Night is supposed to be, right? And it's kind of like the old rule in Dungeons and Dragons where, you know, they say that a very, very small percentage of people are actually supposed to be spellcasters. In, like, at all, and then especially things like wizards and so on. And so then when in every single adventure all the time you run into a wizard, it gets more difficult to believe that, but because of the way the game is made, it's necessary that to create certain challenges, you have to run into certain enemies that can challenge you. All of that to say, you know, if wizards are few and far between to start with, right, then evil wizards are only going to be a portion of those, and necromancers are only going to be a portion of those, so you've got an even smaller fraction, and then wizards who, quote-unquote, like, you know, grow up to become liches, are going to be only a fraction of those. So it's kind of funny that you run into a room full of, like, hundreds of liches, or at least multiple dozens of liches, because it just really kind of doesn't make any sense. If there are this many powerful, like, evil, and highly skilled spellcasters, you would think that they would have taken over the kingdom by now, because most folks just don't have any defense against that level of power. And, like, where are all the good wizards? We've not seen them, right? Every spellcaster we've met so far, except for Lord Albert Newton, has tried to kill us. Well, except for a few that have joined us, like Theresa over here, of course. There are those. But, you know, not everyone is Theresa. Some folks are just Matt. Matt's good with numbers, but, you know, Matt is not a magician. Oh. So it's like, what do they do? You know, are all of these liches, they're just crouching in Castle Darkmoor doing nothing, basically. Which makes it even harder to believe that there are so many of them. So it's just kind of funny to see them all and be like, really? Whoop. Okay, well. That rock went off into the middle of nowhere. Let's have Debbie try it. That worked a little better. Oh, come on. They survived to get in one last hit. So yeah, it's equal parts intimidating and comical to come into this giant room and just see a bunch of liches. Oh, well, there we go. Okay, well, we know what happens now. I'm not sure if that was a lich or... Yes, thank you. Excellent advice that I will certainly live by. Nothing bad will ever happen now that I know this. Yeah, that's what it is. They're not necessarily bad guys. I think they just hate us because we're adventurers and we do things like go into their house without permission and rifle through their stuff and take things out of their drawers. It's actually kind of funny. In the Troika Studios PC version of Return to the Temple of Elemental Evil, there is one guy who calls you out on that, and it's so funny where he's just like, does it matter what I say? You're just gonna go through my drawers anyway. Like, I know your type. It's like, it kind of makes you feel a little bad about it, or at least a little self-conscious. I'm actually gonna have to heal here. They're giving us a good kick in the butt. He's like, no, you do not have my permission to come into my house and just, like, talk to me and go into my back rooms and search all over the place. And if I remember correctly, he actually gets hostile and throws you out if you walk past him or he calls the guard on you or something. And so if you want to search his house with him in it, you have to wait till a certain time, or you have to like go in through the back door or something along those lines, so like he doesn't get you in his line of sight. And only then can you open all of his cabinets and treasure chests and take his stuff. And it's like, you know, that's fair. I mean, that's right, because we don't really think about it. It's just a video game mechanic, but we do that. We just go into people's houses and take their stuff. Oh, Lich King. That's a little different. See, Power Lich. There we go, Lich King. So that is, he's not named as a specific Lich. He is not a particular wizard like Agar, you know, but he is a special Power Lich that has higher stats, more hit points, and so forth. Alright. I don't know about y'all, but since the boss is on the scene, I'm done pussyfooting around. Let's incinerate these guys and get them out of our hair.
Yeah.
Boom. Now, of course, you're right. Without our buffs, we are a little more vulnerable. But yes, absolutely, very quickly too. Without your protection spells, and some of them, like that pink and blue blast, is like a non-aspected magical attack. So that means that things like protection from fire, of course, don't dull the damage, which makes it even worse. Which is not necessarily a bad thing in terms of, you know, this is a high-level dungeon. There should be enemies that challenge you, and they should have some gimmicks where they're going to cut through your protections and so forth. But yeah, I believe. Well, let's see. There's Corlagon, but he is just a regular Power Lich. He's not named, but he's the only one in the building, so you know that it's supposed to be him. And then Agar actually has a specific name. I was thinking there was one more maybe that had a specific name, but I might be wrong. It might just be Agar, because Corlagon he's just a Power Lich. I don't think he has any special abilities or anything, and so he's a story monster. You're supposed to assume that by virtue of his presence he is a certain person, although it would have been nice if they had labeled him. Okay, we got 2 maddening eyes. Let's try and dispose of them as quickly as possible. Oof. Zoltan's gonna keep us topped off here. Come on, come on. Don't drive us crazy, though. I can stand a little fear. I just don't want to go nuts. I'm gonna go nuts if that Dispel Magic keeps up. Come on, roll hot. There we go. She got one. Okay. Good girl. One more. All these maddening eyes are the true boss of the dungeon. At least they're not immune to fire, though. Zoltan could help out with a toxic cloud, I suppose. Yeah, since she's rolling low, let's do that. Oh, man. Could you imagine if there were Minotaur Kings in here as well, on top of everything else that you already have to deal with? Oh, there we go. Crazy. I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy. Crazy for feeling so blue. Come on, guys. Keep it together. Haha, there we go. Alright, now it's a cakewalk. Lucy will even things out. You know what? Let's just go punch this guy. Come on. Yeah, I'm so glad there are no Minotaurs here, because then on top of all these other horrible noises and everything else that's going on, and then you just hear, die! Every 3 seconds, die! Not to mention they've got like 12 or 1500 hit points, so it's like fighting a a Cuisinart that can kill you even better than a regular Cuisinart. Ethric, that's it. That's it. See, I knew there was another one when you go to Ethric's tomb. Yep. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because that was going to bug me. I knew there was another one, and then I couldn't remember it, which made me, like, less sure. So, yep. Yep, because we did that. We had to recover his skull for a side quest. And, I'm so glad that you remembered, because I was going to be lying awake at like 3 a.m. tonight, you're looking at the ceiling, like, what was that other one? What was his name? Oh my god, another one. Okay, look. You're not invited to our party. Come on. Come on. There. Okay, now, I have to keep it on Lucy, so, as always, that I don't accidentally, like, click on one of these skull piles and, you know, kill someone, or make them go insane, or curse them. There we go. There we go. Ah, here we go. Magical brew, magical brew, magical brew, magical brew. So, let's see who needs that sweet, sweet magic resistance. Oh, well, there are 4, and she's at 26, so, alright. Treat yourself, girl. That's so funny, too, because, of course, she's our party, you know, drinker, and so I can see the other 3 just sort of standing there looking uncomfortable and aghast as Debbie just picks up this entire cauldron over here, just this huge thing with her fire-resistant spell on, so it doesn't even matter that it's hot. She just picks up this huge boiling cauldron and tips it up and just chugs the entire thing and throws it down with a big heavy clang and goes to the next one and starts chugging it, and they're all just kind of looking at each other. Like, okay. Oh! Oh! Do you see what I see? Okay, well, before we do anything else with this plaque or this thing over here, because we know where that's going, right? Let's grab this. Yeah, she is stronger than she looked. Okay. Bam. Alright, so, now, ta-da, Memory Crystal Delta. We did it, you guys. We did it. And we still have one more thing left here to do, but we've done the most important thing. It's a step closer towards saving the world from the demons. Phew. Zoltan, I believe, took back the first memory crystal, which was Epsilon, and I'm pretty sure that Lucy was the one who put Castle, or Crystal Alpha back in place. So this one will be Debbie's. And then all that will leave will be Crystal Beta for Tommy. So here we go. The fires of the dead shall burn forever. Ta-da! And here we go. Takes us to a secret room way over here. Way, way, way over here. And this, see, look, sarcophagi everywhere. There's the teleporter come through. And this, you guys, is the Book of the Dead. Alright, Lucy?
Got it.
First things first. We all know what's really important here, right? Floor cache, of course. Oh.
I don't know.
Jewel dagger. Probably use it for sacrifices. And Debbie is our wizard. There we go. The Book of Liches is destroyed by Debbie's hand. We did it, y'all. Steal from the dead? What do you guys think? We don't know what's in those sarcophagi, do we? I mean, you never know. On the other hand, you know, normally I would have more respect for the dead, but presumably these are bad guys, right? This is where the Book of Liches was at. So these are bodies that either are waiting to rise again, or, like some sort of evil guardians. So what do you guys think? Should we should we steal from the dead? Should we raid these sarcophagi? Let's go to our corner and think about it. Well, you say that, but we fought a lot of dead people in this castle who are very aware of our actions, so they might know. The question is, do we care? So, what do you think? Shall we let sleeping corpses lie? No? Okay. Alright, well, in that case, we've done what we came to do. I think it's time to get out of here. I really do. I hate this place so much, y'all. And enough that, you know what, I'm 99% positive that we have done everything. I think that we've uncovered all the secrets. I feel pretty certain about that we got all of the secret rooms and things that are around here. So I don't think that there's really anything else to do. There's nothing to keep us here. And more importantly, I don't care. I'm done. I'm done with Castle Darkmoor. Are y'all done? Because this is a bad and terrible place. So you know what? Let's go. Let's go. Shoo-wee. Shoo. S, very long, very long. Whew. That is a question that makes archaeologists very uncomfortable, in my experience, and I've never gotten a really good answer. Let's see. Where is old Terry's house?
Hello, how are you?
I think he's over here on the other side. Is it this one?
Hello.
Yes, here we go. Alright, Debbie, tell him. Tell him we destroyed the Book of Liches. Incredible! I didn't expect you'd be able to do it. Thanks. Now that the Book of Liches is gone, the Necromancers Guild here in Enroth will slowly fade away. This is all thanks to you. Here, take this as a reward, and accept my gratitude as well. Well, thank you. We appreciate your gratitude, but we don't do it for gratitude, we do it for cash, which is much better. Whew! Y'all, look, that's it. That's it. We've done every side quest in the game except for Nikolai's bugged trip to the circus. We've done them all. All that's left is this. There we go. Estate of Opinion. Really? Really? Thank you for that. No, see, I thought you were making a deliberate joke. Just lean into it. Just go ahead and take credit. Oh, boy. Alright, well. We know what we need to do now. Let's go to Freehaven. Let's not waste any time. Whoop. Excuse us, coming through. Oop. The lights in here get bugged sometimes. You probably saw that the second trip we made down in here. You have to turn them off and turn them back on again, like with lots of computers. All right. Ta-da! Okay, you guys. Whew-wee. Man. Moving right along. Alright, well, let's take a breath here.
I don't know.
Let's see. We know we can train up. Look at that. 67. Not just 5 levels, but 7 levels. I'd say it's probably time to train up. Don't you? Don't you? So let's not waste any time here either. Let's just go ahead. We'll go to castle. Don't you follow me, Tiffany the Negotiator. Whew. Goodness gracious. Oh, and it just turned night. You saw the transition. Okay, well, that's alright. We'll just come down here and we'll spend the night. Oh, we don't want to go in the back door of the inn. Get out of the way, Yolanda the Tailor.
Hello, come on in.
Shoo. Have a drink, Debbie. You've earned it. You destroyed the Book of Liches today.
Enjoy your stay.
Whew, okay. Okay. And also, I'm gonna do the pettiest thing. Like the most... That's the laziest use of master level magic. Oh, man. I am sure that there is probably some kind of like screwed up line of code in this game buried deep in its guts, where if you put specific memory crystals on specific pedestals, then it lets you clip through the wall of the dungeon into a developer room full of backwards treasure that unlocks the hidden dialogue that they didn't take out, that lets you talk to the NPC, that levels you up for free, that whatever. I don't know. I'm a normal human being with no capacity for speedrunning.
Hey, looking to trade?
What I know is, here in our game, we put memory crystals on whichever pedestal we come to first. That's what we do. That's how we do it. We're just chucking memory crystals left, right, and sideways, and I don't know what that means. I don't know what it does to the game. It would be interesting to find out, though, and to know if we're doing it like in the correct order. But what I know right now is we've got about 500,000 gold, and we're level 67.
Well done. Well done.
Haha.
Well done. Well done. Not today.
Shoo-wee. Alright. See, this is, I said way back at the beginning, I think, this is about the level that I'm usually at when I come close to finishing the game, is about 60, 65, 70-ish. And I think we might have maximum reputation. I think 1500 is the most you can have, maybe? Not sure. Okay, we need to sell some of this stuff, but first, oh boy, look at this, you guys. Look at this. Y'all, we gotta spend these skill points. We gotta spend them. So, okay, well, let's do the easy stuff first, because we don't want to drag this out for forever. First thing, we gotta put 2 more ranks in shield for Zoltan so that he can get master level shield, right? We know that. I don't think anybody's gonna protest. And then we want to bring these both up to rank 10 to round those off. And then it's Spirit Light and Dark for him, just Spirit Light and Dark. And I'll let you guys decide what order you want to put them in. He's already got several ranks in Spirit Magic, of course. Light and Dark, he's been using Dark for attacking, but of course he's not nearly as good as Debbie is. That will change if he puts more ranks in, because, you know, she's got 10, he's got 4, so there's a big difference. But let's start with this, right? Shield Master, here we go. Okay, and now, there we are. Okay, so we're done. We're done with his weapon and armor skills. That's it. That is it. Not putting any more ranks in these, at least not until we get all of these to minimum level 12, because we want to have them up to, you know, match this. So, where would y'all like to start? Do you want to drop another rank in Spirit Magic? Or do you want to put one in Light or Dark Magic? And have him get some more use out of one of those, start building those up. I will let y'all decide. And we can do them in any order. Like if you want to concentrate on Spirit and try to get it up to rank 12 because Body and Mind are already rank 12, sort of even that out, you know, then that's fine. And then we can go back and forth and alternate between Light and Dark. You want to start with Light? Okay. Well, you know what? That's fair because, you know, she's the Dark expert and he's the cleric. So, alright. You want to do light magic? We'll do light magic. So if anybody has any other opinion, speak up now or forever hold your peace. I'm going to wait for that 7-second delay, as usual. Going once. Going twice. Alright, we're going for light magic. That should leave us with 4 ranks, which means we won't be able to put anything like else in Zoltan right now. There we go. But he'll get plenty of points next time he levels up. Okay, Lucy. My lady Lucy. So she is done with weapons and armor. She's good. Thanks to the horseshoes, she jumped straight up to rank 10 and mastered the axe. So, we're just working on her magics, y'all. Body is a couple ranks ahead of mind, but we want both of these to be rank 12, of course, so that she can become a master before the end of the game. Spirit magic, she already is more powerful than Zoltan by a little bit. She jumped up kind of ahead of him. And then I believe that she also has got... She's got a... Ah, there we go. She's got an amulet that increases her spirit effect as well. Although he has a grain, which gives him a bonus to spirit magic too. So technically he's actually stronger than her, like at the basic level. But she's got one more rank, so it puts her one more rank ahead with all the bonuses and stuff stacked up. Okay, so any preference here? She's kind of become our spirit magic go-to. Has been doing that, since we're not using him to cast heroism and stuff anymore. But we were working on body magic so that she could power cure and stuff like that as well. So do you want to just keep focusing on that until we get it to rank 12, and then we'll come back and do mind magic? Or do you want to do mind magic and we'll kind of alternate back and forth? Or are we just going to like start here and go down the line? What do you think? Body, mind, or spirit? Because that's a lot of points to dump into any of those skills, honestly, which is great. I think that we could actually get body magic to rank 12 right now with the skill points that she has and have her master that. If y'all want to do that. Alright. Body magic it is then. Anything that's not mind, right? Okay. Well, that will get her expert or master level body magic, so now we can do mind. Or we can put a couple more ranks in spirit if you want to get it to rank 12 first and then come back for mind. She's using mind less, but she has been curing a lot of insanity, so... Spirit or mind for these remaining points, and we'll just dump everything in that she's got, whatever that is. 21. I think that'll get her a few more ranks in mind, but of course with spirit that'll put her closer to 12. Spirit? Alright. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm leaning too. Alright, there we go. Looking good. And Debbie, where are you? Okay, well, we know what we need to do here. I feel like we've collectively decided we're probably not going to put 3 more ranks in diplomacy. We could easily afford that, but those ranks would be better spent on something else. I think at this point, this has kind of become a joke skill, and so if we get to the very end of the game, and they have leveled up, and all of their skills are where they need to be, and we don't have anything to really spend points on that's pressing, we can dump 3 ranks in that and go get her diplomacy master, but... Yeah, no, that's true. I feel like out of the 9 core magics, the least useful one probably is mind magic, because the only spell in mind magic I genuinely care about is telekinesis, and even then only for 1 or 2 spots. Then, of course, cure insanity, and that's it. Even light magic, you have buffs that you're going to use more often than that. Yeah, I think that's what we need to do first. We're going to rank these up to 10. There we go, and then the rest is for down here. So, we could drop a couple points in dark and bring that up to 12, or we can leave it at 10, and we can start on, like, air, earth, and light, and we can start getting her up to that, because she is an air master, but we want her to have 12 ranks if we can get it. She has to have 12 ranks to become a master in earth, which she is not. So What do you guys want to do? You want to drop a couple in dark, or you just want to start at the top and like work our way down? Because at this point, it's nothing but magic skills for old Debbie here. Speaking of which, regardless of whether we put ranks in dark magic, I think we're at the point now where it's probably that room full of Armageddon books was a sign. We need to do dark magic master. So we need to go and get that. It's time, I think. What I want? Oh, what do I want? That's a complicated question. But if y'all don't have a preference, then I'm probably going to put 2 ranks in dark magic just because we're so close and we've been getting so much use out of it. So, of course, the more ranks you have in something, the more bang you're going to get for your buck when you spend those like 100 spell points on Dragon Breath. Dark or light? Okay. I like earth magic. It's not my favorite, but it's because Death Blossom and Rock Blast and Blades take like so much skill to use. Earth magic doesn't have a spell where you just point and click. The closest thing I think is Stone to Flesh, and even then it turns them into a statue, but then they're invincible. So it takes them out of the fight, but you can't kill them, and then you have to sit there and wait for them to unfreeze. So, alright, dark then. And okay, then let's start dumping points in air magic. We've talked about it a long time. She's already got master level, and we keep not doing it because there's been other stuff. So since Zoltan is working on light magic, let's have her dump all these points into air. There we go. That brings her up. She is now as strong in air magic as Tommy. Well, stronger since she's wearing Morgan. Yeah, I like the flavor of earth, but yeah, it's not one of the most useful. I mean, Stone Skin is the best spell in earth magic because mass distortion doesn't work on so many creatures. And of course, if you put points in dark magic, then you've got Day of Protection. If you put points in light magic, you've got Hour of Power and Day of the Gods. Stone Skin is in there, it's covered. Okay, and Tommy. Tommy. Well, we know what we need to do here. I think it's very obvious. First thing, he's not even a spirit or mind expert. Bless his heart. Gosh, oh. So we need to put a rank in each of these just so he can become an expert. Rank 4. That's so close. And now it's free game. He's rank 12 in Earth. He's rank 12 in Body. He is our air specialist, or was until just this second. So, we need to put some more ranks in this, but Fire and Water are very important too. So you guys just want to start at the top and we'll just like dump points in until we get to 12 and then go to the next one? Because that sounds like a plan to me if it sounds like one to you. We know Mind Magic is the least important thing, so it works out that it's at the bottom of the list. And Spirit Magic kind of as well, because Lucy and Zoltan have got that on lock. Alright, yeah, I'm feeling Fire Magic. That's something else we keep talking about, is that we wish that his Fireball, his Ring of Fire, his Incinerate, his Inferno, all of those spells were stronger, and we've been getting a lot of use out of his Fire Magic anyway, even though he's only rank 4 because of Theresa's help. And he's been a great support caster for Debbie, so I think, yeah, let's do Fire. Okay. There we go. So, alright. One thing at a time, then. So, let's go over here to New Sorpagal. And
Hi, how are you?
that is Fire Magic. This is Earth. Here are the Divine
How you doing?
Magics. He needs to become a
Okay.
Spirit Magic
Greetings.
and a Mind
Okay.
Magic expert. Alright. So now we need to hop over. We'll grab the Master of Fire Magic. You know right where that is. Jezebel's house. Well, somebody's already there. Zeke the Duper. You okay there, Zeke?
Hi, how are you?
Master of Fire.
Yes.
Alrighty. Good, good, good. Okay. Let's see. We're good on all of that. She needs Body Magic Master. That was the other one, wasn't it? Yeah. And Shield Master. Okay, so body is in Silver Cove. And let's see. I can never remember which side it's on unless it's from the air. I think it's, yeah, here we go.
Hi, how are you?
It doesn't matter. Whichever one, whether I come here for Master of Mind Magic or Master of Body Magic, I always go to the wrong door on the first try. Every time. I always forget this is Mind, this is Body. Yeah, I hope not. Because his performance there just now does not inspire confidence.
Yes.
Alright. Okay. Body Magic Master for Lucy. Bam! And now we'll step over here, and we will become a Master of the Shield with Zoltan. And this is good, so I want to highlight his AC is 138, right?
How are you?
Ta-da!
Okay.
148. See, it just jumps up. It's like it multiplies by your skill. So, of course, at normal mode, just plus 10 to AC. Expert, plus 20 to AC. Master, now it's plus 30 to AC. So his shield, his little shield right here, is actually plus 48 to AC by itself. That's more than his armor. I love it. You talk about effective shield use. Okay, and now, since we're here, let's sell some crap.
Finest weapons in the land.
None of these are artifacts. We don't have to worry about the ones that aren't identified because there are a lot of like basic crossbows and things. We didn't pick up anything really spectacular except in the ring department.
Can I help you find anything?
Ty is Wilma's cousin, I think. Or perhaps her sister? I don't think either of those are going to be that great. Do want to identify those rings. We checked all these others. There were some quite good ones in here. We've just mostly got better stuff, which is great. That's where I want to be at this point in the game.
Come again.
Man, that helped to recover quite a lot of our
Can I
our
help you
funds.
find anything?
Ho! Ho!
Ooh.
Very nice.
I think that might be an upgrade for someone. I think Lucy has a ring of might, doesn't she? Yep, might 24 or 14. This is 23. There we go.
Can
Okay.
I help you find anything?
All right. We'll sell all these gems for cash. These books of Armageddon, right? And now these potions. Let's see what they are. Okay. Rejuvenation, rejuvenation, rejuvenation. Oh, they're all rejuvenation potions. Okay. Well. We have a couple of those. I thought... No, I guess we didn't. Okay. Well,
Thanks. Come again.
so, here's a question, y'all. Zoltan and Debbie have been magically aged. He's been aged 1 year, and she's been aged 2 years. Do you think that we should give them a rejuvenation potion? It does cost something. It subtracts 1 from all 7 of your primary statistics, your Mapeasel. -1 to everything. I don't think that that's a huge price to pay here at the end of the game, and hopefully we shouldn't be fighting a lot of, like, ghosts or anything. Right? So, I'm sorry, all of those are checked out at the moment, so we can get them through interlibrary loan, or if you'd like to be waitlisted, we can put one on reserve for you and notify you when it's ready to pick up. But unfortunately, all of our many, many, many copies of Armageddon are out to somebody. Other patrons have them. Exactly. See, that's what I'm thinking, is that at this point we're good. And there will be other barrels of mysterious liquid that we can drink, you know? So, alright. It's been a long time coming. They've been aged a long time. So, okay, there's one. And ta-da, she's back to her youthful self. And there's one for him. Now, we can make rejuvenation potions, so the rest of these I'm not going to keep. Those were just conveniences that we found them. I'm going to go ahead and sell the rest. And that's true too. I mean, yes, there is the Fountain of Youth. And in fact, we know where it is, because we even made a joke about it before. But since we found those potions, might as well use some of them. Okay. So, it's going to be a while to level 68. We have some other stuff to do. There we go. Alright, so, we are saved. We are ready to go. Actually, you know what? We're standing next to this fountain. Let's take advantage of that, and we'll get our buff on. Boop. Jumping in this game is so bad. That's why they give you a spell for it. Now, I said we have some other stuff to do. There is one thing that we've been kind of putting off, right? Something that we haven't done yet. And that is, again, we need Dark Magic Master. You might ask why we haven't done that yet. Well, there's two reasons why. The first reason why we've kind of been putting that off is simply because the Master of Dark Magic is in a really out-of-the-way dangerous place. Okay? Just like the Master of Light Magic. He is not easy to get to. So, it will be a perilous journey to find the Master of Dark Magic. But we will do it. Yes, we do have Light Master. We found Kilo Ni. He lives in eel-infested waters where Castle Alamos is at, so the first time we went there instead of Lloyd's Beacon in order to come back to Castle Alamos, we did go ahead and get Light Magic Master, because we've had a saintly reputation for a while, and the only thing you need besides that is 4 ranks and to be an expert. So we are Light Magic Masters. So now we need to become Masters of Dark Magic. Alright. This is a good place to start. Let's see. Did we set a beacon there? Oh, well, we didn't. See, I was going to beacon over there. Well, casting those buffs was completely useless then. Fine. Well, we need to set a beacon now. Okay. Paradise Valley. There we go. We'll have her do it so it lasts longer. We're going to be coming back here quite a bit in these last few intervening levels of the game. And there are a couple of reasons for that. The first of which is that Paradise Valley has a lot of high-level monsters that we can kill, right? If we need to grind for XP and treasure. These Hydras are not a huge deal in terms of, like, treasure, but they give decent experience. So, let's go back here to our friendly town of New Sorpagal. Oh, which is regenerated again. Awesome. On the one hand, I hate that that means it's taken, like, a couple of years to save the world. But on the other hand, you know, free magical horseshoes, right? Ah, and those annoying goblins are back. Again, we're going to have to really do something about them once and for all, gang. We really are. Come on, Debbie, recharge. There you go.
Can we assist you? Luck be with you.
Alright. At least we don't need torchlight this time. We only have to wait on one spell. Alright, so we will beacon back. Now, as I was saying, Paradise Valley, we're going to come back here not just for the monsters, although that's important too, but also hidden among all of these really powerful monsters, right, are the best weapon, armor, and item shops in the game. This poor, besieged town that's just covered in titans. Covered in titans. The most unfortunate town. I would argue more unfortunate than Darkmoor. Possibly. If only because these monsters are much stronger. There's no way, I mean, look at this. Right? There's no way that a regular person can fight these things off. So, around here, people actually live.
How are you today?
See? Just like in the Mire of the Damned, people live here. These houses are occupied. They just can't go outside because Titans. Okay? And so, we're going to have to fight off these Titans in order to get to these weapon and armor shops and set a beacon here so that we can come back and do some shopping for endgame gear in peace. How are we going to do that? Well, the easiest way is to be a dark magic master.
Greetings.
So here is Su Leng Manchu, the instructor. He is the master of dark magic, right? That's what I meant. This is why he's hard to get to, because there are Titans. I can bring experts of dark magic up to master, provided they meet my standards. I only teach the genuinely dedicated. Those so evil their reputations are as bad as they can get. The truly notorious. I make no exceptions, and charge no fee, in the interests of spreading darkness throughout the world. I hate that they characterize dark magic as evil. That's just so cliche, but it is what it is. So, guys, we have a problem. We got a big problem, okay? And I'm not just talking about this guy, right? We got a big problem. This is our problem, right here. We had to have this saintly reputation, which we have built up throughout the entire game, in order for Kilo Ni to teach us to become masters of light magic. How are we going to become notorious at the opposite end of the spectrum so that Su Leng Manchu will teach us to be masters of dark magic? Well, you know, they did just give us 4 books of Armageddon. And I mean, Debbie and Zoltan have known that spell for a while, and yet we've never used it. Why? Well, you see, here's what Armageddon does. This spell is the Town Killer. It can only be cast once per day by apprentices to dark magic, and only outdoors at that. Armageddon inflicts 50 points of damage, plus 1 point of damage for every point of dark skill your character has, to every creature on the map, including all your characters. At expert level, can be cast twice per day. At master level, can be cast 3 times per day. Every creature on the map. Every creature. So you guys, if this bunch of saints want to become truly notorious, I can only think of a couple of ways to do that, you know? Really? Do you think we should start here? Good old hometown base of operations, New Sorpagal, where the adventure began. Populated by Dominic the Porter, Alec the Jester, Sherry the Armorer, Edna the Rustler, Nelson the Quartermaster, and all of these goblins. Dozens and dozens of goblins and mages. Shall we? Because that is what it costs. You think they'll forgive us Yeah, when they respawn in another 6 months. That's honestly the worst and funniest part of this, is that those horseshoes just came back. If we nuke New Sorpagal, it'll take 6 months for all the villagers to come back. It'll be a ghost town. Alright, but we've got to do it if we're going to become masters of dark magic, right? So, guys, shall we? Do you want to start here? Or is there someone else who has upset and irritated us more? I feel like it's important that we start with New Sorpagal, because this is where we started, period, full stop. So, alright, well, let's get on with it, I guess. Debbie, would you like to do the honors? And, can I get a countdown? Right? Can I get a T-3 seconds from y'all? Because this is a big spell. Yeah, that's another way we can recover afterwards, because we can recover our reputation. Not to mention doing quests improves your reputation, generally speaking. So, let's have you guys give me a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Ignition. See, look. Did you see how high they flew? Oh, see, some of them are still falling. Oh, it's chaos. Oh, it's chaos. Y'all. Oh, it's so quiet. Look at this. Just the crackling of the fire. Right? Oh my gosh. Remember, this is the whole map. It's everything, including them. Now, thankfully, of course, we had, like, protection on, but look. Look. Everything. Oh my... Oh, he lived! I lived, bitch! He says... Well... Since we can only cast so many per day, I'm not going to waste another one on one Goblin King. Oh, I'm sorry. 2 Goblin Kings. You know what? Put some respect on the Goblin King. Man, he made it. He made it. Look at this. No, there's no music at the moment. The background track is not playing. It is actually just dead quiet right now. No pun intended. Phew. See? What have we done, y'all? We killed a lot of peasants today. Let's see what it did to our reputation. Ooh! Ooh! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now see, I have been in positions, and I think the patch maybe adjusts this a little bit, because when I played as a kid, that casting limit per day actually mattered, because you would have to go around to every single town and destroy all of them. If you had a saintly reputation to get to Notorious, it was rough. That's what you had to do. So we did what we needed to do. I'm not going to blow up any more towns. I think that's unnecessary. And also, New Sorpagal is the farthest away from any other place, so maybe if we don't blow up any more of them, it'll take a while for people to hear. By the time that word gets to Castle Iron Fist, we'll have the rest of this world-saving situation straightened out. And, I mean, this is like a Skyrim kind of thing, right? Like, last witness killed, bounty removed. So, there you go. You won't see this again, so now you can see this is the death sprite for the peasants. Oh, haste wore off, lol. That's the price we pay. Okay. Matt, Theresa, you keep this to yourselves. It was for a good cause. Okay? The end justifies the means, at least in video games. I'll come back and pick up all of the bodies on this map later, so that way it will be eerily silent and devoid of yellow dots. Yeah, that is something to keep in mind if you're going to play this game for yourself. If your reputation is this bad, then if you go knocking on the door of one of the council lords like Castle Iron Fist or Castle Temper or Castle Mist, and you actually like go into where the throne room screen is and that you see where the guards are blocking, they say, "Halt, who goes there?" They will put you in jail, and you can actually lose a year of time, which we don't want to do. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to cure our weakness real quick. Yep, just a year. Just a year. Not that big of a deal, right? We leveled an entire town. It's not that big of a deal. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, so let's get back over here on our way to Paradise Valley. And we'll do what we came here to do. So the sacrifice of the good people of New Sorpagal is not in vain. No, it was for a good cause. We need the awesome power of master level dark magic to stop the demons.
How are ya?
Right? Yeah, that's a light sentencing, I feel. So here we go. There we are.
Okay.
Master of the Dark.
Yes.
I feel terrible about it, though. I do. I feel just awful. So,
Hi, how are you?
we'll do something about that. You know.
Greetings.
Oh, some of these houses are empty. Also, just like in other places. Let's see, where is the actual shop? I think they're all in this street. Yes, there's the signs. Here we go.
Looking for something special?
The best alchemist shop in the game. They sell the highest level gear, like, you know, baseline gear. Shrinking Ray. See a Scarab Ring. You'll see a lot of high quality enchantments here. You'll see a lot of high end items like Sovereign Belts. So forth, high-level spell books. And then right down here, just not even around the corner. Oh, what'd they break?
Fixed.
There.
Finest armor in the land.
Our friend Theodore here sells some of the better armor.
See you, tightwad.
Oh, shut up. Don't make me Armageddon you too. And let's see, I think there's no sign, but yeah, this one right here is the weapon shop. There we go. Mage daggers. They don't have a lot right now, huh? That's not very impressive.
How rude. Fixed.
But it's okay because just like every store, you know, they have a wide selection and their stock is going to rotate. So, all right, so there we go. Masters of Dark Magic. And you know what? I feel like we need to go back to New Sorpagal and apologize because we've done some terrible oh, one moment. We've done some terrible things, and we've got to make it up to them. So, you know, here, Debbie, you have diplomacy. See? That helps. Now we're just vile.
Can we assist you?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Respectable. See? Now nobody cares.
Can we assist you?
Now it will take a little while. See, I think you can't get past respectable by just donating to the church with this patch installed. You have to actually do quests and things in order to progress past a positive 200. But we have quests left after all, guys. We're going to get that last memory crystal, and we're going to save the world. And we'll get back to it next weekend when we finally go and tackle Castle Alamos, and we retrieve the fourth and final of the Oracle's missing memory crystals, Crystal Beta. I will see you then, Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is Miami and New York time here in the United States. I'm so glad that you guys came along for this. It was a lot of fun, and we have Castle Darkmoor behind us. Finally, thank you. Thank whoever's listening and all the powers that be. And y'all, thank you for playing.